yeah. See my whole team and you know where to find us. Yeah, you know where to find me. Hey, I'm drowning in grace. When I look at my past, somehow we don't match. All my sins been erased. Now they say that we great. Hey, I just say that you late. Independence alone.
Hi guys, so in today's video I'll be sharing some general natural hair tips. Several people have been reaching out to me on Instagram and just other social media asking so many questions, so I thought why not make a video on some basic natural hair care tips that are really helpful. Drinking water is overall very helpful for your body, and in the long run it encourages healthy hair growth. Avoid over manipulating your hair. I'm sure you've heard this many times from like natural hair influencers saying that you should avoid over manipulation of hair. That essentially means that you should reduce the number of times you keep touching your hair and using combs on it. Avoid brushing your hair too often, because every time you brush your hair, every time you comb your hair, you're losing little pieces of your hair. You're losing strands of your hair as you comb your hair roughly. So I would advise that you only brush or comb your hair when it's really necessary, like when you're doing a style that demands for you to brush your hair. Practice finger detangling. When you use your fingers to detangle your hair, you're feeling for those knots and you're slowly and carefully separating your hair instead of like being rough with it with a comb. Use a satin scarf or a bonnet or a do-rag for men when you're going to sleep. Basically have a nighttime hair care routine, and I'll link my previous video because it explains this in detail of how to take care of your natural hair at night in different ways. Avoid heat. I'm not going to say don't use heat. There's a difference. Heat, okay, there's some people who love to straighten their hair every now and then just to see how long it is or how it looks because the style is nice. However, the reason I say avoid heat is because when you use heat so much, your hair becomes weak, and over time you'll have heat damage. My advice for those who love using heat once in a while would be for you to space out the times when you get your hair straightened. Like if you get your hair straightened this month, wait for 2 months before you straighten it again. And when you're getting your hair straightened, ask for the person, like if you've gone to a salon, ask for the person to reduce the heat, like to do it on medium heat and not the highest heat. Also, whenever you're using heat, make sure you use a heat protectant spray. I wouldn't say that heat is terrible for your hair, but overusing heat is what is bad for your hair. So the best thing would be that you just minimize the amount of heat that you use on your hair. My 7th tip would be to reduce stress in your life. Sometimes you may find that you're really busy, there's so much going on in your life, and overall stress can limit your hair growth and other body functions. Find a regimen that works for you specifically. That means that you need to find products like shampoos, conditioners, leave-in conditioners, treatments that work for your hair type. And that means you need to understand your hair, like what your hair needs. If your hair is the type that's kind of brittle, it's kind of weak, that means that you need protein treatments. And you also need to find products that strengthen your hair. Building a routine essentially means that you need to choose how many times you wash your hair, how many times do you treat your hair, how many times do you deep condition your hair, how many times do you do protective styles, and for how long do you keep them, what do you do when you do that. You need to be patient, and you need to understand that you're not just going to cut your hair today and it's going to grow back tomorrow. That doesn't happen to anyone at all. You need to just understand that if you've done the big chop, it's going to take you years before you see your hair down your back. You need to stop comparing yourself to other people who have longer hair, or their hair is like softer or like different texture. You need to just understand your hair and love your hair for how for what it is. You need to love your hair for what it is and love it the way it is. Natural hair, it's not really hard. It's just something that you need to understand. It's something that you need to decide that if I want to grow my natural hair healthy, this is what I need to do, and this is what I need to practice. We've come to the end of this video, and I hope that this was informative for you. Please comment down below any questions or extra tips that you have, just to help other people, and subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Also share the video with your friends who need natural hair advice, such kind of stuff. And yeah, stay safe. I'll see you in my next video.
Yeah, sometimes I need to talk to God. Right now. Sometimes I need to talk to God.